YouTubers, this is a neighbor's mower. He's left it outside for a couple of years. Wants me to get it going. It's been outside so long. Look what we got here. Anyway, he wants me to fix it up, to get it to run. This bail bar wasn't the original one to it, and so I had this one from another Troybilt. I went ahead and put on it that basically fits this better. So we'll just add this to the hoard, and I'm gonna just go power wash this, and I'll get to it later. I'll check it. It was on correctly, so I went ahead and marked this side with some spray paint, so I make it easier. Usually these are marked somewhere, but this thing's rusted that it's taken off. Power washed it. Looks a lot better. Got the bag here. Also power washed. It was full of moss, actually. This mower was left outside, and all these cables were all locked up, froze up, especially this brake cable. Well, I've freed them up with some WD-40. Let me see if I can show you. Let me put me on the stand. These cables are all frozen up. I was able to free them up with some WD-40 and use some vice grips to pull this back and forth. Now it does work. Now what I'm gonna do to help lubricate it is I'm gonna put just a dab of this general purpose grease on the cable, and then pull it in and out and to lube it up. It actually help keep water out. Yeah, if anybody's got a better idea how to do this, post a comment. This is just how I do it when these cables start to get a little bit rusted. Bad news, the self-propelled cable, the actual cable broke off in the middle of the cable, as you can see here. So in order to get the brake cable on, because they use the same the fastener part right here, just to get the brake cable on, I did put a clamp here, and this one works fine. So what I'm going to do is just try to get it run, and maybe I can find another cable I can just stick in here, and then put it here, and it'll operate the self-propelled. I'm not holding my breath. Checking for spark. This is the original spark plug that was in it. No spark on the plug. I always mark the plugs that seem to be bad with 2 X's on it. Then I took this used plug that I had, cleaned it up a little bit, and let me see if I can zoom in here for you. Checking for spark. Camera not picked it up, but there was a spark. Now, since we have spark now with that other spark plug, let's shoot some carb spray into it and see if it'll kick off. Now, taking off the air filter, this is what we got. This got wet and got damaged here. So they're gonna get a used air filter that I have. And I'm gonna clean this up, but here, let me put some carb spray into there and see if this thing will kick over. Nope, it kicked over, so this will run. I just gotta clean out the fuel now, and carburetor, and probably gas tank. I just had a neighbor come by. Apparently he flooded his engine, I think, and I had to use some go juice into the carburetor to get it to start, and it's good now. But anyway, now what we gotta do next, since this will start, is since this was sitting outside, I need to take off the gas tank, make sure there's no water in it, and then I need to clean out the carburetor. to take out the gas tank. It's a bunch of 5/16 bolts over top, and then there's some 3 5/16 bolts here for the air filter box. It's 78% humidity, and it's 80 degrees in my garage. So let me and the locusts are out now. Let me get my pliers and gotta take off the fuel line now, so I can take this gas tank out to clean.
Fuel line's still pliable. So, actually, this was just flapping in the wind.
So there was no auto choke set. Huh. This here wasn't screwed in, and I didn't unscrew it, or unbolt it, so that's kind of not good. So let me put this, and I got one more bolt here to get off it, and that's a 3/8. And lo and behold, can't you see that? Let's see if you can see in there. It's got liquid in it, and that is not gas, that's water. So I gotta clean this out. Okay, now that I've got the gas tank, I've drained it, it's water in it, and I took my blower, my leaf blower, and kind of blowed it out, and now I got it sitting out in the sun. Now we got to take off the carburetor and take a look at it. So yeah, anyway, gotta get my tray now. I take carburetor off. Normally this is your auto choke linkage, or auto choke thing, vane holder. This was disconnected, so that's, I don't know how that happened. It just screws into here, but someone must have disconnected it before or something. That controls this flap here, which is your choke. So I'm gonna take, since we're taking this off anyway, let me take fuel line here. Oh. What? Oh. There. Still looks good. Now, let's get this carburetor out. Jeez. Turn it, there we go. Now let's go see what is in here. And you open it up with a 1/2" bolt. I like to clean out the outside a little bit just so I don't get stuff inside of it. Hit the top of this with a little bit of brake clean. So now we're gonna have to clean in there with some carb spray, brake clean, whatever I have. So now it's a 1/2" bolt to open this up. see what dangers await. See if I can... There. There we go. That's not good. Okay, I took the pin out and now looking at the carburetor here. See for better lighting here. This needs to be cleaned out. Hopefully the seat is okay. So might get some steel wool. Yeah, get some steel wool. Steel wool works best because it conforms to the way the bowl is shaped. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna slap it on the used carb up. I think I have a carb that'll fit this. Another one. So this is brake clean. I'm gonna just kind of let that permanent sitting there, and just take the steel wool and kind of I know some of you out there are gonna post comments that you shouldn't use brake clean. Well, you're probably right. I'm just limiting how much carb spray I'm using because I don't know if I have another can right now. So that's clean. Now let's take a look at the jet. I can even find the jet. Yeah, the jet's clogged. I can't even find the jet on it. So this is your jet nut, and you gotta, it's clogged. Just wanna, geez. I haven't seen one this bad in a while. You can see through it. And now you got to make sure it's cleaned up here at the top. This is a twisty tie with the sheathing taken off, so I can do this. And you can, if you look carefully here, you can see the wire through it, so that's how you know it's cleaned out. I'm just gonna brush this off, this corrosion here. Now I need to kind of brush this off. I've got this is a brass brush, and I've already kind of soaked this, so I'm just gonna do this to kind of So if you spray into that hole, it should come out in this hole, and vice versa. Now we gotta, hopefully the seat isn't messed up. So for the float, so let me rinse off the float with, I'm gonna just use Brake Clean for this. And gonna clean off the needle here. Actually, wait. Gonna take the needle. Stick it in. Like so. Now we're gonna hold it like this, and hopefully, well, hang on. Trying to see about getting all these little bit of corrosion that I saw there. Okay. And that was using a brass brush. Now we're gonna put this back, the float back in, hold it like this, then we're gonna stick the needle valve in there like that. And now we gotta line up the pin here, the hinge pin, and yeah, we need to do a rebuild. I need to put a new seat in. I'll show you how to do that. I hadn't done that in a while, so do that. We got to take this out, needle back, that back out, and we got to take, there's a little rubber seat in there I need to change. Seat in. You need to, first of all, have the parts. This is what I use. I mean, I bought these off of Amazon. I don't know. I buy one. It seems like I buy one of these every couple of years. That is not the part number. I'm not sure it's the part number, but they do. These do fit rigs of this type, and you can kind of adapt one to it to Comsy. So now to get the old seat out, which is in there. Let me see, to show you. Can you see it? There, you can see it there, barely. So, you're going to, you can take a drywall screw, you're going to stick it in here, kind of screw in a little bit. And this destroys the seat, but you're just replacing it. So if this doesn't work, I got mini picks I can use. There it is. So And once you do that, you need to clean out in there now. Make sure there's all remnants of the old seat is gone. Ugh. And it is. So now we're going to put the new seat on. Put the seat in. You need the. I got a mini pick. I got the seat on a mini pick. Here, one side's got a groove in it. The groove in goes down into the carburetor, and you can do this with a paper clip too. And then I got a punch here that barely fits into here. You can do the same thing with a machine screw, or something, or an Allen key, or Allen wrench, or Allen key, or hex key, or whatever, to get it in there. So you do that, then carefully take that out, and it's in there. See, it's in there. Now we need to push down on it with this. To make sure it seats properly. And I may have to get another, like a hex key or something to push down. This is just to ensure that it's pushed down in there. And it looks like it is. So now we're gonna reassemble the carburetor now. So we take our, like this, there. Get our hinge pinned. And see how that's flat now? It was like this, and that's no bueno. So it needs to be flat. No, that's how I knew it needed to be rebuilt. So now, all we got to do now is news alert came up. Anyway, now stick this on and put our clean jet nut in and tighten it up. Okay, now to put this back on, we first attach the linkage, make sure our O-ring is there. We kind of set it up there, and then we take our there we go. Okay, now we need to attach the auto choke mechanism. I'm gonna bring this down now. Is in there. So when it comes down, that's no bueno. That needs to move. No, something's wrong here. So I gotta take this off to see what's interfering. Take this off. I'm gonna use my new ratchet, electric ratchet. So little hack is there. Just turn the dipstick around and let's see what we got here. See what we got here. What's causing our problem with this auto choke? Hey. Huh? Wow. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know what was up with it, but and what happens is once the muffler heats up, this pushes forward to open the choke. So anyway, something was caught up there wrong. So we got to put the cover back on. See, make sure the cutoff is right. Get down here. Oftentimes you'll get this wrong. It goes in like that. You got one that comes out and the outer two tabs go in. Right. So now just gonna bolt these down. Let's see what's up with this one. That one doesn't. Hopefully, I don't want to strip these. I'm just getting used to that tool. Oh. Okay, there we go. And now we gotta put the dipstick back on. You're a dipstick. Okay. And that's 5/16 shoulder bolt. And now we need to put gas tank back on. Tank back on. So get our tank bolt here. Yeah, it bolts down into the block. So got to put the air box on. It's our, well, it's missing a bolt.
I'm starting to feeling somebody use this one instead. Just had to kill a dog. So, yeah. And let me go get some auto choke is working. Carb is rebuilt. So this thing, if I put gas in it, should run. It's self-propelled won't work because the cable's whacked. I might be able to get a different cable to work.
The part that goes on the handlebars here, that plastic broke, so this is the brake cable. It's works still, so I just did this just to hold it down, and that'll work. So the first start, self-propel will not work because the cable is messed up. Let's go see. As you see it started on the first ball, which is a good sign. I put some motor treatment in it, kind of like gum out, and raised the idle a little bit. So now what I got left to do on this is sharpen the blade, change the oil. Okay, speaking on the last of this video, go over what I did to this. This is my neighbor's. He's wanted me to fix it up for his daughter. Anyway. Who recently moved out or needs it for wherever they're staying. Well, I'll go over what I did to this. Was I had to change the spark plug to a U spark plug because the one that was in it was bad. It wouldn't spark. Cleaned and rebuilt the carburetor. Put a new air filter in. There were some wrong bolts. The brake cable was locked up. Also, the self-propelled cable was locked up, and it was actually broken. So I have to order. I asked him. He said just to order both. I advised him to get both of them. So I was going to order those. The oil's good. I sharpened the blade, balanced it, and gave it a power wash. I taped up the bag on the bottom. You can't see it. It's right there. With some black duct tape. And I changed out one of the wheels. The tread was about to come off the old wheel. So I had a set that was about as bald as these. Anyway, this is fraying a little bit. It probably is okay for now. I might, I might burn it so it doesn't fray anymore. So here's your final look. I changed out. It had some other bail bar that didn't fit this mower properly. So that's it. Later.